The Arts, Tom Davis, together with Rick Dempsey, and joined now by El Presidente, Dennis Martinez.
All right.
Yeah. You've had a great weekend this weekend with the situation with the Orioles Hall of Fame. You played a little golf. How have you enjoyed it?
I've been having a great time here in Baltimore. That's my city. You know, that was the city that I was brought up with. You know, and I love it. Every time that I come here, I have a great time.
You know, of course, all the memories about this weekend was supposedly about John Lowenstein and Gary Renicky sharing left field and doing what they did for the Orioles over a period of time. Your thoughts on those two players as teammates?
Well, they were great. I mean, you know, Lowenstein always was kind of funny guy. He always keep us loose, and Gary was more serious about it. But, you know, those two guys, they were real great players. I mean, they give us whatever they have. And we had the main guy, though, with Earl. Earl, you know, get us out of us everything that we can give him. So, and I think that's basically what we did. Myself, I owe to Earl all my career because that guy, he made me what I was in baseball.
You know, Dennis, I look back at those days and I caught some of the best pitchers in the game of baseball. But when Dennis Martinez came to the big leagues, you had the best stuff I had ever seen any pitcher. A great fastball, good two-seamer, a good curveball, slider, a changeup. You had it all. But still, it was the learning process that really made you the pitcher you were as you went on in your career.
Well, I mean, you know, that's what we talked about earlier about some pitchers, the younger guy that when we're young, when you don't understand that, you want to blow everybody out with your fastball because you believe they have the good stuff. But, you know, that's basically you learn as the time go by. And I was able to learn when I got to the National League, which is, you know, I wish I could learn that when I was with the Orioles. But I had a great leader guy here, Jim Palmer. You know, I really owe that guy everything, too, because he was our leader in our staff. And he was a great example for me. So, Cakes, he was, you know, the best guy that we can ever have in front of us. So, I mean, you know, that's something that I know I had a hard time with Rick because, you know, we were hot-headed guy. We always clashed a little bit. But, you know, I learned from him a lot, too. I mean, you know, he made me to be tough. And I didn't know that when I was young. So I learned, you know, for everybody. I picked a little thing for everybody. And that's what basically what it made me at the end of my career, the way the pitcher that I was.
How about you're one of the few pitchers that's ever pitched a perfect game in baseball history. Memories of that with Montreal?
Well, I mean, you know, that was something that I really was grateful for how I turned my career. I had a kind of skill with the drinking problem that I had, but, you know, I was able to overcome that. And I think that was something that when I made my decision to turn around, you know, I took like it was a blessing from God to see my effort and my dedication and my way that I turned myself around, that it really got me going. And with that game, that was the gift that I was looking for.
How about the long game that you played against Rick Dempsey and the Dodgers? And 24 innings?
21.
21 innings. That was coming.
He told me to ask you.
I knew that was coming. And I dropped down, too, because he knew when I dropped down, that fastball would come right to the middle of the plate. And I hit it just where he wanted. And hit it far away left field ball. But I knew it.
The longest one-run game in the history of baseball, you know, and I was glad you were able to be part of it, Dennis, because I was too.
Hey, what can
I
do better
happened to
than
hit
this
the
man?
home run off him.
I have to give up to this guy. You know?
Thank you very much.
That was good.
No,
Great
he was a great
teammate.
pitcher to catch, I'll tell you. When he had the nastiest stuff, even when he came to the big leagues, he was just a little bit better than Jim Palmer. Unbelievable.
Great teammates together, Dennis Martinez and Rick Dempsey. Now we come back, we'll talk about